take it, it's fine, yeah.
He just thinks, he thought I forgot that 10 years ago. we
I was trying to
together
think the other
with the
day.
state. And we talked about our previous cars. And I remember him telling me, he's like, I will have a Jeep Wrangler again. And I always had that in the back, and I'm like, well, you did it, didn't you?
Yeah. These are just ass.
It's all you guys. I'm like, no, it's not.
I love that. I don't know.
But I love it.
Wherever you have a Jeep fitting, if you get a Jeep Wrangler string or something, you can lay at the top of the door.
Yeah.
I'd have to figure out.
Well, we had
how
the
to
total
talk
to
to
people
next to.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we,
Desktops.
had 10 miles.
Check it out. I see.
They're fun.
They are fun. I'm excited to, that's my Christmas. present.
Yeah, well, ours are a pain in the ass, I will say that.
Oh, man,
Okay, well,
yes.
today it was like,
Yeah, we
nice
took
to
it on.
have something to do. Just trying to send it to them.
Especially,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know if it's yours painted or.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pay them.
It's like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
on top, is that? I
Those are
don't-
nice.
Yeah.
The ones that are painted, I just get nervous because they're, like, I'm afraid I'm gonna scratch them.
Yeah.
Those rhino ones that you scratch them.
You know when I noticed?
Yeah.
But the painted ones,
I was out picking up.
because I wouldn't bother painting them for ours.
Okay. 6.
No.
Yep, on the dot.
It's a one. Yeah. And you use the brains. Yeah.
Let's call the meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. And everyone is in attendance. Okay, this board meeting minutes.
I wasn't able to print them.
Yeah, we looked
Send
through
it to
them,
you.
send a text, and like, yeah, I was able to look through them.
Did you, because I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Okay. Devin was unable to print the minutes, but she did send them as a text. Are there any additions or corrections?
So maybe bring them to the next meeting and have just two to
Yeah, so
sign
we can get
next
it
one.
signed at the next meeting. Okay, all in favor of accepting the minutes? Do we need a motion?
Motion to accept the minutes.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hey, Sam, do me a favor. Please, thank you. Okay, presentations. Barrett, I have you last, but do you want to go first and tell us really quickly what you're kind of working on, so you can leave?
Yeah, so I will.
Yeah,
I talked to,
Barrett's gonna go first, because he has another meeting to
yeah, I got,
go to at
community
by
center board
6:30.
meeting, so
Okay.
it's a lot of boards, a lot of fun. I spoke with Greg Kyle at the scrimmage on Friday, and there are 2 classes that would like to meet with us that have interest in helping us with the park this year. One of them is Jared Lewis Community Service class. They haven't made any plans yet, so if we can get something put together and get in there first, we can be first, if that makes sense. So, and with some of the problems, with health problems, maybe with our caretakers, I think that would be a really good time right now to maybe put some things down. Now, to say that, I don't know what those things are, so we need to work with John and Cora to find out what they are. That would be something that if somebody could do that this week, I would like to meet with, Mr. Kyle would like me to meet with him at the end of this week, because they would like to get a plan on board. There's another class,
No,
there's another class that, it's an ag class, and they would be interested in helping us with the beautification of the park. Natural flowers, natural plants. They would use it more as a, I don't know, if you will, botany, if you will, type of class. So that is the other one we're gonna meet on. So those are the 2 ones they would like to get with us. The community service class, it's 4 days a week, they can be out doing something. So if we can jump on that now while it's warm, and then maybe they could do, they do like kind of the pizza pantry in the winter and stuff like that. So, but during the summer times, if we can get them out here, it'd be nice.
At least one of them experience is doable.
Even if it's just, hey, come out, pick up branches. After the storms we've had, it's just a lot for our caretakers to do it, and that would be fun for them, and it's a win-win for everybody. So, I think that's pretty much all was on my docket for the day.
Any other discussion about parents?
Do we already have like some sort of standard release form, or I'm assuming the city does, like, I would assume all the kids would need to sign something.
It's
or
in the
something.
class of the school, and that's taken care of through the school itself.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
I think that's an excellent idea. Do they want to meet, like, come to a board meeting? See, that's another one.
So they're gonna meet with Brent Baker about what the ag class, that's still kind of in the, as my understanding, I'm not privy to what that's gonna be, but I know they're gonna try to work this in. With the community service class, it is just simply with us meeting with him about what they're gonna want and setting up a schedule for them. So we kind of need to really meet with, in the next few days, and feel out what they need, and then say, hey, what days could you be here, and put a schedule together for everybody. And it would be nice, like when they're out here, yeah, like once a week when they're out here, it'd be nice, like I could come out with some waters, like something like that, just, a thank you for, bring out lunch one day or something, we could do something like that. Because I really do think it's gonna help that much. I mean, we get them here twice a week doing some stuff, that's
So
20
maybe
kids
like
working.
go to the class and talk to the class about
Yeah, I
what we.
that I don't know, that's why we're meeting, honestly, and so that would be,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna need to be something like that, because we're not just gonna send them out and say, hey, go. So, but yeah, that I'm not,
And you might have said this, but is this something they do like during school?
it's during school.
During
Yes,
school,
During
okay.
school hours, Jared has the white bus.
Yeah.
And they do, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So they helped, they've been helping my mom at Pizza Pantry twice a week, it's been awesome. So they do all the heavy lifting and everything, it's great.
How many kids are in this?
When he does Pizza Pantry, that class is like 14. So it's a good number, and I think he has multiple classes. I can't speak to how many, we'll need to get that figured out.
Okay. And Barrett is free to go when he needs to. Okay.
I still got 20 minutes.
Before, we're gonna do presentations because we have two people here, and I'm assuming Debbie, that you are Debbie, I've only talked to you on the phone, I'm Kim. And
Maybe.
she's going to give us some background on the Anderson Town powwow, and I know we have a request from her involving the Emory Lee. So Debbie, would you like to?
Sure.
The board has asked questions, and, other than being here a few years ago and, coming through a few years ago for the program, and then just talking to you on the phone, I can't answer all the questions.
Sure, so I'll give you some background and then I'm free, ask any questions if I don't cut information that you wanted. But 2022 is when we came here, and it's like, this is our 20th year for our powwow. We've been rained out 2 times in 2018. You can remember there were hurricanes on the East Coast. And we just had monsoons that started on Friday, and it just rained out solid. So we, of course, weren't able to have a powwow that time because nobody would come out in that kind of rain. The entire state, I think, was shut down for festivals, outdoor festivals and such. And then, of course, COVID, shut us down. But one thing that we've done since that very first year, we've had school programs that we've done. And we've been doing an artist in residence program here at Alexandria High School. And so we have a professional artist that comes and spends the day demonstrating their art. And so they different artists each year. So that's something that we've been doing, I guess, to give back to the Alexandria community. We market a lot to, bring people in, that we get around 3,500 people that visit the powwow every year. So have you seen the billboard that's up on here, 28 and 9? Nobody has yet. So there's also electronic billboards on I-69 that's just, pardon?
I've seen it. So.
You saw it.
Okay.
I have to look for it.
He is attesting to me.
Yeah. No.
That's on I-69 that's just, west of the First Anderson exit. So there's like, we have between Anderson and Muncie, we have 5 different boards, and all those 5 boards rotate on I-69. So you guys are getting a lot of exposure in, here in East Central Indiana. Beulah Park, I think we've helped to put you guys on the map, if you weren't already on the map, right? Just making more people aware. It's a 2-day event, always the first weekend after Labor Day. We start setting up, come out here on Wednesday night, and we map out where all the vendors are gonna go. So they're on the green space where you have during the 4-H fair, where all your rides and such are. So we're packed in pretty tight. I know the people that help set this up really like it because of all the infrastructure you have. When the city said we couldn't use that athletic park anymore, we searched for months. There's no place in Anderson that has, 5 acres of green space, 400 parking spaces, electrical and water. There were 2 places in the county, here at Beulah Park, and over in Elwood. And so from Athletic Park to Beulah Park, it's 15 minutes. It was an easy decision. And the city's just been wonderful to work with. So thank you very much. Been very gracious and, have helped just make things happen for us. So it's been real appreciative. We'll be here for the foreseeable future. We don't know when Athletic Park, we thought they were gonna turn some dirt a long time ago, and they haven't. So I suspect we'll probably be back here next year too, if you'll have us. So, I haven't seen any heads.
No, we
Okay.
used to know much about it. I mean, I was asked about it, and I was just very transparent, like, I don't know anything much about this.
It's a celebration of this area's Native American history. The closest, I guess you can say, was Captain Pike, which he lived over in the Restus area, was a Delaware chief, so y'all know about Pike Creek. So, the Delawares were up here too. There were 15 villages dotted along the White River from over in Muncie all the way to where the Connor trading post was over near what is now Fishers. So the Delaware chief, there were other chiefs that were in each of these villages, but Chief Anderson was the tribal chief of all of the villages that were along here. So this has been a celebration that was created to celebrate this area's Delaware history. And so we created a powwow and a festival activity where people could come and explore Native, culture. There's a dancing that goes on in the arena on both days. We have a historical interpreter that sets up a woodland Indian camp. There's some history talks that go on with Michael Pace, who actually is a descendant of Chief Anderson. He's a great-great-great-grandson. He spent over 20 years as a historical interpreter at Connor Prairie. So if you ever went to Lenape Camp, the gentleman with the beaver hat, and he taught me how to throw an axe, that was Michael, so you may have met him before. We have a Navajo hoop dancer that comes, and this is him. He's not doing he's doing a fancy dance here, but he is very entertaining, really engages the audience. So those are just some of the activities that take place over, those 2 days. Like I say, 3,500 people coming here to Alexandria, spending money at some of the gas stations and restaurants along the way. The visitor bureau provided us with documentation of where they came from, where they spent some of their money before they arrived here and after they left. So we know that, they're spending a little extra money here in town to help the economic impact.
And real quick, I'm sorry, and I apologize if I'm misspeaking here. I think we love accommodating this. I think it's great, I think the concern for us was what parts of the park and who goes where. And moving forward, obviously, this is happening here in just a few weeks. We as a board, I think, want to know, what areas do you need? And we don't need to answer those questions right now.
Okay. I can answer. I made arrangements with Mike so that last year that we could add this because we need a place to serve a dinner on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So we're, purchasing fried chicken and having, sides and so you can come in.
You sold me. We got it.
Yeah. So we need
Have your fried chicken.
And then we need the parking. So it's so the first year we were here, we were able to rent the parking that goes along with the 4-H building. And so, because the handicap, when you look at the age of the audience, there's just so many people that need handicap parking. Yeah. And we need this space up here for dancers. So we,
Well, that's something like we would love to sit down, because that's something to help you with. And that was why we wanted to meet. Like, there are things, instead of people getting upset for not communicating, because, again, you did talk to Mike, and I know Mike, I love Mike, it was awesome. Like, we want to honor all of that. We also don't want to be left out in the dark and get
Sure.
mad at somebody for a conversation that could have taken 5 minutes.
yeah.
So,
No, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad so that we're communicating.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's
That's
like-
all we wanted.
So we had that the first year, that building over there, which really helped out because it provides around 50 spaces. So the last 2 years, we had to use the parking along the street here for handicapped, because they said they had rented it out, so we couldn't use that parking anymore. So they had a couple people that were having family reunions.
Sure.
And so last year, when I was out there writing the check for the rental fee for, their part of the grounds, I asked I said, can I reserve that space? When can I reserve it? Oh, you can reserve it now. I said, okay, well, I want that for, the whole weekend.
Yeah.
They told me it was hours to use. And then, early this year, they said, oh, well, we rented that to another group on Sundays. And I was like, okay, we're gonna have to share again. They only use a handful of parking spaces, but they want the entire lot to be designated for them. So, but they're gonna have to, I guess, share it since we both rented the area.
Yeah, that's another thing we can figure out.
Yeah.
Again,
And
that's-
then we asked, because last year, we just didn't have enough parking, if we could have, since we needed this for Saturday, if we could have the parking around this building too, because of just a shortage of the dancer parking that we need to have.
So
And,
the dinner Saturday night is all the
no,
people
it's
participating.
just the professional staff, like the dancers.
That's what I meant,
Yeah, so it's maybe 100
the people that are participating in putting on the powwow.
The
Basically.
dancers and the head staff,
Yeah.
those are the ones that are, so they're given a ticket that allows them to come in and get in.
If we could designate another spot for them to park, only because like around here, again, if the park's still gonna be open, is the park gonna be open? Let's back up. Is the park open during this, or is it closed completely? So you have the whole park?
We have the whole park.
Okay, that doesn't matter,
Yeah. So, I mean, last year, we've always closed the entrance off of 9, and we had people that were moving the gate coming in, and that's regular attendees that were parking in an area that was designated as reserved, or that was overflow for
Did you
handicap.
did you just shut the gate?
I'm not exactly sure, we know we needed to do a better job.
If people pull in, they have nowhere to go.
But again, that's something when we sit down and talk, that's
Yeah.
like, what is the game plan down?
We can put some barricades.
Yeah,
or something
Designate areas, we can,
I think
Where
we
people see it sooner than.
Does this include a playground and stuff too, like the playground you can't get to?
if you could access it via, walking or something like that, but we are utilizing all the,
and that's,
But
I
they
think
wouldn't
that's
have
really what-
somebody that asked them for $10 to take their kids to the playground, I guess is what I'm saying.
no, people still, I think, were using the park if they were
Okay.
just the playground.
Yeah.
That was just a question.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know that
And I
they
think
usually do that.
in
heavy.
July of next year, June of next year, these are the conversations we need to have so
Yeah.
that they understand what, and we understand as a part,
Okay,
okay, this
okay.
is kind of
Okay.
outside the
Yeah, we're very supportive. Do not take this as a negative
I
at
guess
all.
the mayor would just
Yeah.
say, we pay to have a fence installed around the perimeter of the grounds, because there's a $10 admission fee.
Okay,
So,
so you had something we didn't know that either. That's great. It's good news, yeah,
The fence isn't on the playground side.
okay, yeah.
it's basically, it's around the green space.
Okay.
And then it comes around on the backside of the pavilion that's
Where the
over
rides
here.
are for the fair.
Right,
That's
it's just
all
that they
fenced
need the parking.
Okay, see, I didn't know that either. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
so, if someone wanted to, if someone can park somewhere and walks in to up here, there's access for them. If they wanted to access the powwow grounds, they would have to pay.
Okay. That makes complete
So
sense.
That makes
it's not
sense,
the
yeah.
park, but we just pretty much, we've got all the green space on the other side of the pavilion. We have all of the green space where the porch
Is-
chairs always set up.
Since you've done this in previous years, is there a space call it 5 or 6 spots up front that would be free if we wanted, that we could have access if somebody wanted to use the park. And if no, just tell me no, that's okay. I just don't know that.
No, parking.
0 parking, right? Okay.
Parking street.
No, I'm saying like inside the park. You know how we have these spots right here, right? You want those for your dancers and everything. I get that.
Yeah.
Is there an area up here somewhere?
Well, along the street, is that gonna be blocked off for you or?
I mean, we control it that only people that we admit are people that are dancers.
I meant on
She-
the
she-
street.
During the 4-H fair, people park along that fence. on the
We've had to
outside.
use that for handicap parking.
I think there needs to be a small spot for, and again, not a bunch of them, but we have someone handicapped wants to use our park. Like, we gotta have somewhere they can park up.
I just
close to
wonder
the
if
park.
they could, like.
So you can't have all the parking around the park, especially if we're gonna leave that open. Like, that can't happen. Am I wrong there?
To the issue of enforcement.
Yeah, we gotta have some spaces. Now, I'm not saying we need a bunch, but I gotta have something up here in case somebody wants to use our facilities.
Like the first
use
5
five
spots. of
Yeah,
the
I'm
fence.
not asking for a bunch, but
Sure,
like,
yeah.
we have someone that wants to
You know, I
use the
guess
park.
we could leave this open. up
Yeah,
here.
that's all, yeah, that'd be awesome. Because it's really
But, I mean, we still would use this as like,
100%. We don't ever.
and then
yeah.
this is all handicapped here by the front of the building, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be, if we could even use 5 of those, that'd be fantastic.
I don't know how many spaces are over there.
There's plenty of
Lots
us,
of
plenty more than we would need.
Yeah,
Is
there's
it
plenty.
the parking lot where the pool is?
How long does that mean? Use that entire street?
I can't speak to that, I don't know.
That's what
But,
I'm not understanding.
but again, if we can have 5 of those, it's irrelevant, I don't care what they use there.
What
That way
if you
somebody
use the
it,
ones
they
that are
can.
by the pool?
That's-
Or those, that probably would be more, that
Because
probably might be a better
if they're
spot.
only encompassing the green
Or-
area, then the pool
Do you only
parking
have people
would
in
also
the
be
one
something.
spot?
They only have one spot down by the 4-H building. So, I mean, the admission, so we have dancers and vendors, that there's another gate back here, but it's for dancers and vendors and powwow staff and that would enter.
You can leave the pool
We
open
use
for
the,
park.
we use the pool for dancers and vendors.
Okay,
I thought that gate's shut.
the gate's gonna be shut, so
So
here's
all
my
of our
question.
people that are parking back here enter through this gate that's
Right.
Yeah.
right off of the street in
Makes
here.
sense.
So why can't we have like 5 spots in the green space along the street for people to park and bring their kids to the playground equipment?
Well, okay, let me just be direct here. How about we, since this is a park, say, we're gonna take these spots, you guys accommodate to that? Would that be
Yes, that would
appropriate?
And we can make it really easy, we'll just, I'll
I
do a
mean-
Google map, I'll circle out where we need.
That
That way
entire
then you can say
strip
you-
is
you okay
handicapped?
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
I
probably
mean, yeah.
50 spots along there.
The green space
I'm not sure which green space you're talking
outside.
Right
about.
up there on
By
the other side of the
fence, we've
fence.
used that as handicap.
On the other side of the fence along the
Yeah,
street.
from here to all the way down there. I mean, it feels like really fast, because I mean, we have a lot of people that come in.
Because the Fair Association says you can't use theirs.
We're also parking, in the lot that's right across the street. We do overflow back, where the grass starts. And then we'll use handicap by the 4-H building that's over here. But those are the only, the 2 places where we have handicap parking. When we ran out last year, because we basically had this, we had to, put people wherever, if there was available spaces were over there, and then we would transport them. But,
Okay. That's what I just.
You have 4-H parking though this year, back here?
yeah, like we always have.
And that'll add a lot, because she'll have more handicap, because I don't think you have that last year. She'll have a lot, which is better for handicap because it's on cement, and then they can walk over.
I didn't realize, I thought she said she had that last year.
Back there.
I mean, that's a little start, but,
You'll be fine.
I mean, I'm happy if it would probably be easier to do this up here because it's separate as opposed to having mixed use along the fence.
I think we all do the same thing, yeah, we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Don't need to be any issues.
Because,
Thank you for coming and explaining that, I
because there's
I
really
have one
not.
more question.
Sure.
I noticed on here, on the brochure that's going out, it says campsites available.
Right.
Where Where are you doing camping?
They let us use on the other side, yeah.
Okay.
Because we have some people that do tents, we have, some people that bring trailers in, so I mean, it's not a large amount of people. But, one of the things that when we've been here since 22 was that the, park board, and that was Mike at the time, so I know, he's gone now. But was the fact that there were campsites that could be used along here with water and, electricity.
We meet with them with Kiwanis too. They kind of show where everything's set up. And they'll need power, so Talmadge comes out and they use our power boxes and stuff like that. We meet with them tomorrow
Yes.
at 1:30.
Okay. So
They,
you
we
didn't
bring
get
the
that
bleachers
arranged?
up. So as far as setting up, we've got barricades that we provide and all that stuff. And
Okay,
it's all kind of like fair type, but just a much smaller version.
okay.
And they use the parking back where the 4-H building is. I think it'd be big for your handicap. So, yeah, we've been doing this like 4 or 5 years or 3 years.
Yeah,
Wow, it's like 100 years.
Yeah. this will be the
Yeah,
fourth year.
So.
Yeah, I mean, and Brian and I have known one another for a long, long time, so it's like, our electrician is Brian Miller from West Electric, and so he's, a very professional company. He comes up and does the extra setup that we need to do to add the extra power boxes that aren't already installed, but I mean, it's been just a really, Brian says it's seamless compared to what it was like when we had athletic parks, so.
Our worry was just logistics. It was just knowing where people were gonna be and when they were gonna be. That was our worry.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you never know what crowds can be like, weather can impact.
oh, yeah.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
Saturday's always our big day, but if it's rainy,
Yeah.
it'll shift to Sunday. So, but it's like, we know what it was like that one year when the first year that we lost the parking in 23, and we were having to mix dancers, and then we didn't have any extra spaces for handicapped, and, a lot of people just parked along here in 23. And so, because that was closed parking, and it was like, we couldn't use that for handicap. So it was like, and then we have all these dancers and vendors, and it's like, we're running out of parking place to put people. So, it's much better to have too much than not enough.
No, it was just not really a good place to park on the other side of the highway. Plus, you really don't want to bring
We don't want
small children
on
across the
other side
highway.
of the
That's a
road.
busy
Yeah.
highway. So that was.
I think we're good. We'll send you just an aerial map, and I'll just circle this, the areas that you
Okay.
have to keep up, and it won't be much. I mean, you'll have plenty.
Well, and here's the thing, Mike would do all this, but we wouldn't necessarily know any of the logistics of the meetings,
So,
because Mike had been
he'd been
out
doing
of the
it
park
forever,
for
right?
decades, so.
I mean, he was my main contact, so.
Right.
Yeah.
He took care of everything.
Yeah.
So,
And,
I
He did it
understand.
well. That was the thing. He did it well. We were just trying to figure out
and I'm
what
not
he
saying
did.
there was a problem, I'm not saying not a lot of questions were asked, he just took care of everything, and,
We can't leave in the dark.
yeah, we're kind of, we're
Sure.
trying to
You
figure
just-
it all
you wanna-
out with Mike
You want to be
gone.
in the light instead of the.
Yeah, with Mike gone, we have to figure it all out all over again, kind of. Okay, the other,
So the thing with the farmer's market.
that's what I was just gonna bring
Oh,
up.
okay.
The other thing was the farmer's market. They said they've never had a problem working with you.
Oh,
And being here
okay.
on Friday.
On Friday night, no, there's not a problem at all for them to be here.
And Diane Close looked at me and she said, they even come over and purchase things from the farmer's market. So I just wanted to clarify that
Okay.
there's no problem with
Yeah.
them being here on Friday.
We
Okay.
I know the first year we were here, we didn't have access to the building, and so it was just like, but then, of course, we didn't know we were gonna have to find a spot, and, so we weren't, it was later in the year when we came to Alexandria to, see if we couldn't relocate here, so we did the best we could with what was available, because people already were on the books for certain things, so the next year, we made sure we asked early.
No, I just wanted to reassure Diane that,
Yeah.
I said as far as I know.
No, because, we're not doing anything Friday but set up, so they're welcome to use the building, but, you know, the access to the parking
You
is
said,
Saturday, but
and
maybe.
your people can, you know, pick up things that they might need.
Yeah, yeah.
It should be.
Well, thank you for coming and clarifying some of this.
Sure,
and
my
this
pleasure.
Dialogue.
I appreciate all your hospitality, so I
Appreciate it.
hope that some of you will, I can leave tickets for, anybody interested in bringing family to the powwow?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Little ones.
I'll just leave the tickets designated for the park board if I can leave them in your box.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Kind of a fight, I think, so.
Yes, I think so.
I'll
That's
put that
okay.
in minutes.
Take it off the record.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's for, your support and it's just appreciation. So it's like you're a sponsor, so we give our sponsors tickets. So it's a way to recognize. Any other
Yeah,
questions I can answer?
So you just need the relief for Saturday, right? We just needed, we had never voted on it because we just wanted to clarify that it's the Saturday evening dinner and that's the only time.
That's the only time we're using this building, but
Okay.
we want the parking access for all weekend.
I know, I just
Yeah.
wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So,
Okay,
so the
and,
building's not rentable, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday?
right,
I wouldn't need the
What-
building on Sunday, but I want the parking.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Right, we just haven't worked on that whole.
yeah,
What?
I mean, you may have already talked to John Gore, but what time do you need the building unlocked for Saturday? So I can be sure that they're aware. I don't know, do you have that down in your calendar, Rachel?
That's what I'm doing now.
Okay,
I mean, so John's not really accessible much. He's having some health issues, is that
well,
right?
he is, but Corey's usually the one that unlocks and
Okay.
takes care
I
of it.
mean, 3:00 might be as early as we need it. I mean, I know you probably don't like to leave the building unlocked.
I didn't know if you had a time frame that I could.
Yeah, I guess we haven't got that far. I've got some
Okay.
volunteers who are gonna be serving, but I still have to make some of the other arrangements, so. Can we tentatively say 3:00 and? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, is that all you had?
I'm good. Can you think of any other questions
No.
before?
No, and I did these at the beginning, so if you need to leave, you know. So, and I'm glad you've got it all set up, to meet with Mark.
You don't have to hang out for the rest of the meeting.
Okay, I've got lots of powwow stuff to do.
Yeah, imagine that, yeah. Okay, and thank you for the flyers too, that.
Yeah, thanks again for coming out. I really
We should
appreciate
get
it.
some posters and brochures soon.
Debbie, Devin said thank you, we
Oh.
appreciate you coming. We just had the individual hearing, so.
I'm
Yeah.
pleased to meet all of you. And like I say, everybody that I've dealt with from, at City Hall, the Park Board, has just been very gracious. And we really appreciate, like I say, there's a lot of people when it comes to setting up the powwow, it's like they love it here, but it's like we've just, we don't have, there's no space to expand. And so we maxed out our space, so. But we may just have to, this may become our permanent home if that need be, and so,
It'd be nice if the 4-H Association could work with you.
yeah, I mean, they've
And they
been,
did with Tannel, so
they've been gracious with us too.
they
There's,
used, Tannel used a lot of the 4-H.
They're
Using your
using
share?
share.
I mean,
at the
they're back in
4-H
the parking
Association.
area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
but, no, I
Nice
think,
that they're in here.
the 4-H Association, the past 2 years has been very easy to work with. They've got some new leadership there, so it's been a lot smoother and easier to get answers from, so we appreciate them. So, well, I'll be delivering tickets to probably you, right? And brochures, okay. And
Thank you.
we're hanging out here tomorrow at 1:30,
Yep.
so,
Yes.
okay. Going.
Okay, Eric Freeman. Okay, Eric, this is Sam, Angie, Devin, and Barrett left, and Tom. And Eric's from Alexandria originally. And Brian's sister actually got ahold of me and said, I'm getting you in touch with a gentleman that wants to help us work on a park plan.
This is
DNR.
overkill, absolute overkill.
That's
I
okay,
wasn't sure how to plan for this, so I covered the waterfront.
that's okay. And
Trying to sit
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'm not allowed to talk. I did the little agenda on the cover page, because I think I can get in and out of this in less than 10 minutes. Like Kim said, I'm from here. I graduated with Patty Donahue in 1980. My mom's 89 years old, still lives in the house I grew up in. I have a bachelor's in English and master's in nonprofit administration. My career has been in communications and public relations. Most of the Putnam County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Greencastle is the county seat of Putnam County over near Terre Haute. And during COVID, when tourism was just tanking around the world, I decided that we were going to move heavily into outdoor recreation. Tonight we're talking about the city, there I was talking about the county. But we didn't have a county parks board, and we didn't have a 5-year plan. And I learned, that you have two, that you have to have those in order to get grants from the DNR. So we put together a county parks board, we put together a 5-year plan. I led the process that created this, and I actually wrote this after the process. I retired. Yeah, here's another one.
they will
Take a look
look
at
at it. Yeah.
And I had always thought, once I retired, I was going to do something to give back to Alexandria. Like I said, my mom lives here, I'm here on Lower Yard, I'm here all the time. I live in Noblesville. And this just seemed like a natural thing for me to do because I've done it. So I've read, I don't know if you probably have, the city's comprehensive plan, current one. Madison County just last April created a Madison County Parks Plan. Alexandria is mentioned in here 8 times in 107 pages, and 4 of those times it's in a caption to a photograph. So Alexandria really got short shrift in the Madison County Plan. So Kim gave me this, your last Alexandria Park Plan, and so that's what I based the rest of this on. I can run through this cover page really quickly. Alexandria's current comprehensive plan started in 22, goes through 27. It includes a chapter on Parks and Rec. I'm sure you know that. Goals in it include the development of a 5-year plan for Alexandria Parks and Recreation. The comp plan asks for consideration to make the Little League ball fields a park. It includes the development of the 23-acre or mill park. It calls it both of those. Specifically for a trail system and a disc golf course. I saw in your plan from 2015 to 2020 that 23-acre park development was a goal of this. So you know where I'm talking about. I'm excited about that park. When I was a little kid, I lived on South Canal Street, and I used to play in that creek down at the base of South Canal Street, which dead ends in the creek. To kind of go to 2F, this is really what brings me here. You have 2 handouts, and this is the one that kind of, if you haven't gotten this far, because it's page 118 in the city's comp plan, this is awesome. I got really excited about this, and I could spend the rest of my retirement helping the city put this together. This is tens of millions of dollars and probably a decade to put together because it's a huge project. But it is, as I say in here, a real game changer for Alexandria. I don't know whose idea this was, but it's a heck of an idea for lots of reasons. And I had put 5 of them on here. You know, kids can get from Cardi Edition Real Estate, from Little League ball fields to the school campus. My mom lives on Garfield Street, just a little off of Harrison, and I think of her a lot. It would be great for her to be able to walk and feel safe. Seniors and everyone would have a safe, attractive place to exercise. The city would have a space where people can meet each other and strengthen a sense of community. Probably most exciting to me, and I don't know anything in downtown Alexandria, but the foot traffic could return to downtown, which could spur retail development. And of course, property values would increase, because that's just an awesome idea. And I'll come back to this down at the bottom. The Madison County plan that I showed you was approved in 2024. It mentions Alexandria. I said that 8 times. It includes the creation of the Madison County Parks Foundation, but it has that as a goal for 2035, so 10 years from now. I'm going to offer to launch the County Parks Foundation in return for it being headquartered in Alexandria. I ran the County Parks Foundation in Putnam County, and I can do this. And you know, why not offer it now and get started 10 years early? If somebody's willing, I would be willing to do it for free. By the way, I would be willing to work with you for free too, just so that's clear. I'm just looking for something to do. So number 5, finally, bringing it all home, my pitch. I was in a mood this afternoon when I put this together. Director is probably way too strong of a word, but I'm willing to volunteer and work with you to lead the 5-year plan process. I worked with the team from Purdue to create this one. They came down to Greencastle, I guess 8 times for public input sessions. I have all of the stuff that we used for that, and we can scale it down from a county plan to a city plan with no problem. As it turns out, the DNR planning director, the guy that we turned the plan draft into, is a friend of mine, and not that that's worth anything, but you know, I've got his cell number. You know, we can work together. Here's the 5C is kind of the sticky part for me. The first draft of the plan, and you can turn plans in once a year, and they're approved once a year by the DNR. The draft date is the 15th of November every year. And then the final plan, once they send your draft back and it's all marked up, is due the 15th of April. November 15th is coming up pretty fast, especially if we want to talk about, you know, considering this a park and you know, I've got some other ideas, all from the comp plan, not mine. So let's come back to that. But that you know, we could do it, but we'd have to hoof it. Because of 5D, lots of public input is required. And that's going to take some time. The only thing I ask, like I said, I'm happy to just do this, but in return for it, I would like the development of the Harrison Street pedestrian corridor and the development of the Mill Park or the 23-acre park to be part of it. And I highlighted this in gray. I said, you know, let's discuss this because both of those are huge. But it sets you up, you park board, as both a leader, because this is you're taking a lot of work off the city council's plate if the Parks Board takes this on. So we're setting you up as a leader, but we're also setting you up as a target. I mean, you know, not everybody is going to think this is the greatest thing ever, and so you know you'll get the arrows too. I would like to use it, and I feel like this is my pitch. I'll go away and you can talk about it. I can come back next month and you can say yes or no. You won't hurt my feelings. But if you do want to work with me, I would like to set up public input sessions for the plan. Also be public input sessions on this idea and the 23-acre park. Just to, you know, we talk about parks broadly, but we really drill down on this and the 23-acre park. What's the public want? And we put that into the plan, make those goals, and turn it into the That's my pitch.
Well, I think what you see with this board is we are ready to get things moving. We are highly motivated people, and I mean, I like what I'm hearing, and I think the sooner the better.
Oh, I did too. When Eric told me how long he'd been retired, I'm expecting to say 6 months, you know, a year or something. When he told me, I'm like, oh. Yeah, type A personality.
I
He's
love
ready
the
to,
place.
ready to
I
go.
really do. It
Yeah.
was good to me as a kid. And like I say, I have time now, and I'd like to do something that's really beneficial. And this is something I've done it. I can do this. Of course, you would lead, I would do what you want. But I've got the time. This can be I can focus on this and make it.
A question I have as far as the 5-year plans go, from what I've read, which I'm not the most well-versed person on it, but like the Land and Water Conservation Fund, a lot of those grants are matching funds.
Yeah.
So do you know of any that this would get us that aren't matching funds, or is it pretty much just the Land and Water Conservation Fund that you're going after with the 5-year plan?
I think all of the DNR grants, as a matter of fact, I know all of the DNR grants are matching, but they're not all dollar for dollar. Some are like 80-20 grants. There is a big one that's like NDOT grants where the city in this case would pay everything up front, and they're called reimbursable grants.
Yep.
And then you turn in receipts and they pay back, but it's kind of a slow thing, so you gotta have all the money up front. There are other grant opportunities out there, and the reason I use the word directed, by the way, is because not only am I interested in writing the plan, I'm interested in helping you implement. And at the implementation phase, I would look for grants, and they're out there.
So there's more outside of the IDNR that the 5-year plan would help us get?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But usually if something's too good to be true, it usually is. And this is phenomenal. I mean, this is, I have 4 kids, 3 that are still, school age kids. I love the idea with really everything here. I think there's some really good opportunities to kind of meld kind of what we have in place, what we want to do with this plan. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know. We'd have to partner and have some conversations. I mean, as I see the big ideas, which I love big ideas because I'm kind of a big idea person, and put people in charge to do kind of the work and then bring it all together. There's some unbelievable stuff that will get us to improve the quality of living that I think we all want in Alexandria. As we have a population that's not getting any younger. We need to kind of entice some younger families from to come in here, and that's exactly what we have here. And I love your background and can kind of help us with maybe some of the holes that I think this board has struggled with, to figure out how do we get to where we want to go. We want some wins now as a park board, and I know the city, they want to try to get the quality of living up as soon as possible. So I love this. I think I'd love to hear more.
If you really, really wanted to submit a draft on the 15th of November of this year, we could give it a shot. You don't need 15 months, but it kind of need more than 3. And it was like, if we just had 7 months, but it's once a year. So it's either we could submit in 3 months or we wait till November of next
You
year.
didn't retire early
I
enough.
didn't.
Honestly, I think with our situation with the budget that we're dealing with this year anyways, that I don't know if it would be a huge impact if we waited until 2026. It would kind of give us a chance to work with him, figure out where that budget needs to be for next year anyways. And then
Are you interested in
move
just
into the 5-year plan next
submitting
year.
something just to see what feedback you get, or does that start the 5-year period if we
No,
submit it?
it doesn't start the 5-year period. We really need to kind of send our best effort, because
Okay.
the guy that we send it to is really prickly. Like I say, he's a friend of mine, but he would not, it wouldn't be good for Alexandria.
That's
to
fine, but it's just
Try for
one
the
day.
So what would you
Yeah.
need?
Yeah.
Anything formal, just the go ahead, something actionable from this board in order to.
Would I work with Kim? Or, I would work with all of you, but as a point person?
Well,
Or if you want to, I don't care.
I mean, they're both really, sorry, I'm tired to
No,
say,
they're
they're
same thing.
both really, really busy,
Either way.
but, I probably have the most time because I don't work, I'm retired. But those guys are the most interested, I think, but.
Yeah, I'm very motivated with this. You know, Kim as the president would need to work with the city directly in order to make sure that everything is up to par. I mean, because some of the stuff you have to work with other entities, like with the Little League, that's owned by the school corporation. There's just a few other things that we have to work out. But it's all figure outable and doable, and get something proposed.
Do you two have any feedback, or, I mean, I don't know if you've heard Eric's.
I think it'd be great.
I was thrilled to death when he offered
Yeah,
to do
information.
this.
Price is right.
I'm hearing free.
Yeah.
That's.
Well,
You guys give it
I
a
like
try.
Eric's enthusiasm, I think.
I don't think we could pay a better person to do it.
I know, exactly.
Right. I think that's really key. We have an Alec native that has grown up here. He wants the same things we want for our families and what our community wants. You want to see this community thrive, even though you don't live here. It's a part of your upbringing and your family. So I think that it's an honor for you to come to us and ask to do this, and we're so appreciative. And I think that we have a good team together that is all really on board with this plan, and would like to see it move forward for future generations.
Absolutely. So I'll volunteer myself to work with you directly if you want, so we
Okay.
can try to get
I
this
think
thing going as
that's
soon as
great,
possible.
because I know Tom's real interested in, the county bike trail plan.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of driving I grew up in Anderson. I mean, I'm sick of driving to Anderson because there's different places. There's more expandable places for me to, go and do things. And, I think there's some other people, when we have some spaces here that can be developed, and I'm highly motivated to do that. So I'd love to work with you through Kim and the city. I'll see what we can do.
So, I mean, we can vote down. I mean, it's just that I've got it down under old business.
So how
Well, I would make a
Do I have
motion
the
to work
motion?
with Eric Freeman to develop this 5-year plan for the price of $0. Benefit of the
City and the Parks Department.
city parks department.
I will second that motion.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? for
Aye.
Accepting Eric's offer? All right. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you
And-
again. Thank you so much.
Oh, you said you need those. Yeah, now,
And if there was anything that you can think of that we can do to help, along the way, I know you got your stuff all laid out, but
I'm sorry.
then,
If you don't
I'm
mind, I'd
willing
like
to do what I
to be in on this too, if you don't care.
It's a one-man show.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm more interested in the engineering side, like the feasibility of it.
I'm Devin Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Did you get a copy of these?
I did.
Okay, our names are on them too, so I don't have a phone.
Oh, yeah, and our con.
I've got his contact
Oh, okay.
information.
You will get.
There's myself on
Yeah, okay, welcome. When he said, and this has to do with where I live, but when he said the word Orestes, he said, gave me his mom's name, maiden name, Cindy King, and I'm like, I mean, I knew one King family, but that really didn't mean anything. And then when he said the word Orestes, I'm like, okay, I know what family you're part of. Yeah, so. It all kind of clicked. Okay. Is there anything?
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, yeah. So Eric, you can go ahead if you need to leave. That's why I had you guys at the beginning.
What are you gonna say? Let's go talk. Okay. I'll go on the straight now. Tell me what I did wrong, just.
You got it.
I think you did everything right.
We read the entire comp plan. and covered it. I think you're the only person that.
That's
Dedication.
I've skimmed it. Yeah. Mhm.
Thanks, guys, for serving on the park, what you're doing, really, yeah. So I appreciate you doing that. Not a lot of recognition, not a lot of pay.
Good to see you, Brian.
We'll sort of stick around for- If you guys have questions on the powwow or something, Kiwanis and stuff, I'm president of Kiwanis. so I can do that.
I don't know that I even realized they worked that closely with you.
Yeah, so let me know. You can give me a shout out.
See, like I said, Mike just kind of did everything.
Yeah, no, it's
and
good. It's all good.
Then we maybe vote on something in a meeting, but I just did not know details.
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't answer a lot of questions.
But Mark Talmadge is just heavily involved in it too. So, and the Kiwanis, we set them up. Anyway, got it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. And you're Brian?
Brian
Brian
Donahue.
Donahue.
Brian Donahue.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Brian.
So I'm on the Kiwanis, I'm on the redevelopment board too. So,
Okay.
and I run Donahue Gas in my part-time. Welcome.
Yeah. Park is perfect.
Somewhere else.
Please.
You folks take care.
But, okay, all business and powwow, this is just a formality. We never did vote on Emory Lee use because we wanted to talk to Debbie. So, real quickly, I need a motion for the powwow organization to use the Emory Lee
I'll make a motion.
Saturday evening.
I seconded.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Can we make a note somewhere to revisit that next year? Well, I mean, obviously we have to, but what exactly is she paying 4-H for? Is she paying you guys full price for everything?
She's paying us for the use of the 4-H grounds. Parking and stuff.
I think we can bid it this year and we just
Yeah.
make sure we have a
Yeah.
great plan moving forward.
Well, the comment of putting Beulah Park on the map rubbed me the wrong way to begin with, but
Well, and it is prominently noted, you know, right here.
yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
So when do they normally, when is it that, the space is, asked for? Like, cause I know it's ahead of time. That way we can meet about it beforehand and have a plan together so that when they.
To be honest, I'm not real sure. Mike would just call and give us the date and we'd mark everything on.
Would say-
Sounded like when they were cleaning up last year, she talked to Mike and he said she could have it.
So we'll need to get together and talk
So
about
I-
it before
yeah,
the
there's
end of
never been
this
a-
one.
Date.
I would think the week following the powwow, you guys might want to reach out to them and schedule a time to talk. Yeah, have a little powwow about the powwow.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a bad idea to do like a follow-up, just to see how everything went. And
Yeah.
that's all. Okay. I was here that first, must have been the very first year that they had it here. And I didn't realize they used the entire parking area back there, but I don't really remember. We must have been able to park up closer. Okay, and as a formality, we need to vote to accept, Eric, did we vote to accept our software? We already do that, I gotta check that off. Okay, Emory Lee roof replacement, I don't think there's, I checked Friday and haven't heard anything from insurance, I'm assuming nothing today. Because it may still be weeks before we hear something, so,
Yeah,
So we're on,
let's hope not.
yeah, I don't know
we're
either.
pending
Did-
insurance.
Was there any other damage? Because I didn't talk to John, other than some limbs down from that wind, that rain and wind yesterday. There had to be a straight line or something, because I was at Mounds yesterday, and there was a tree like snapped off by their rental building. Just snap. And, the DeRusa, younger DeRusa lives out by me. He had a tree like split in half. So I saw a couple branches down here, but do you know of anything else that happened down here?
We haven't been
I just saw a couple branches.
contacted about anything.
Okay, so hopefully nothing worse than that. Okay, so no update yet. Just waiting on insurance. Okay, pool report, Rachel, since you're here.
Sure.
I know you said the electrical
So
box,
the,
you talked about the electrical box and the plate for the stairs and some things, I just kind of wanted an update.
the pool is closed. We had a successful season. Everybody remained safe. And that is the number one goal of the entire
Yeah.
deal, is to have that. I have done my best to collect some information, so that you guys could have a little idea about the finances of the pool. Again, I did my best. There is a list of the daily income from both the pool and the concession stand. So you can see that along with concession stand expenses. That's what that should say there. I didn't realize that Excel was not, marking. So that lets you know how much the concession stand spent to get in goods. And then you can also see what they sold. And then, a breakdown of payroll. You'll see, on page 2, I have a week that's missing. And on page 3, there's a week that is missing for payroll. When I shared the information, I put it on the spreadsheet. So I just wasn't shared the information. But it kind of lets you guys know a little bit about where it is. Please do keep in mind this isn't the cost of like water or chemicals or anything like that. I just have basically the kids. This is a little bit of the
No, and
basic
this is
stuff
nice.
that I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted you to have what I could provide you. But as far as the pool season, it went really, really well. Lifeguards got along well. We had a great time with the community. We really didn't have any, headline breaking activity when it comes to patrons or anything like that. Trouble was at a minimum. Everything continued to work all season. And, we did have the ADA ramp that snapped, that got resolved fairly quickly. The only other, and I do apologize,
Who ended up doing?
Mark Talmadge, installed. We ordered the
So
part
you
in.
did have to order?
Yes, we
Okay.
ordered the part in, and then, Mermaid and Mark Talmadge got it installed. So there was a little bit of delay. That part comes from California shipping time and things like that. So, did the best we could to get that back up and running as quickly as possible. So all in all, it was a success. We had quite a few night swims, which was kind of new this year. Kids seemed to really like it. Our lifeguards did great being here, and running the course. So I was very proud of them taking on the extra time. Oh, a lot of them put in quite a bit of time. So I'm hoping many of them will want to come back next year and be a part of it again. And, as you're seeing kids in that 15, 16-year-old range, please encourage them to come get their lifeguarding classes taken. Because we can always use more. It's always a thing.
Somewhere we can, if they say like, oh, I'd want to do that, where do I go to do that? To
Yes.
get my
So
certification?
the Muncie YMCA is one of the greatest spots that we have a lot of kids go through. Anderson University does also offer training.
Okay.
I didn't have anyone through that this year, so I'm not real sure of the schedule. But if we can encourage them, they all figure it out.
Is that the building there, the Kardashian said? That's not the Kardashian Center.
I know.
That they're trying to sell.
I-
Yeah.
Um,
How about the electric box work? Because
So,
that was
I will
concerned.
let you know, we were closed one day, because the power pole outside of the building snapped. AEP came in and wonderfully got that fixed right before the county fair. It made it so we would not have been able to have midway rides actually drive through. That was gonna be a huge problem. But AEP came out, they got a new pole and stuff. Our electrical though did stay on the old pole. And then they put another pole beside to get the overhead wires. That's something that needs to be possibly addressed in the future. We'll address it in the future. There's not it's exactly the same as it was. And so that will be.
I mean, I'm
Does the
assuming,
pole actually belong to us?
Pole belonged to AEP.
The pole that our stuff's on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
so I'm assuming that they're not concerned.
No.
They think that everything's
They're
safe and up to standard, so,
absolutely,
okay,
or we wouldn't have.
right.
We do still, so there's that issue, and then there's the other electrical panel that's underneath the window down in the basement, which we have a violation on that's pending. We do not have those boarded up yet.
Texted the contractor for the W9 last
Okay.
night.
Sam had turned in, as the clerk treasurer requested, our purchase order requisition along with the full quote. Thought that was all good to go. The mayor checked on that to see what was holding that up. And we were informed that we needed a W9 for the company. Sam's got that requested. So we'll get that and we'll reissue the requisition and try to get that done before the end of the year. Because that does need to be finished so then we can mark that off with the Board of Health or the.
So,
Because you've been
I
having
guess
to do
I'm-
extensions.
Yes, so I just let him know how, I just have to refile for an extension.
okay.
So
And-
far I've been granted those. So,
In the future, I guess I'd just like to know how to handle that situation because, I mean, that form has my name, my phone number, my email, I believe, on it. So like if there was a form needed, why is that person telling me 3 months after I turn it in that there's a missing form?
I'm not real sure. I can't answer on behalf of that office.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That was just, so in the future, I guess I'll just call once a week and
Mhm.
pester that office until I get what I need.
Sounds good. So is that actually the basement window?
And then end of season
Project.
shutdown for the pool. I still have, I usually go in and do the end of season cleaning. I talked to Mark Town, she let me know I have about 30 days to get that done. I'm gonna try to get some dates planned out. I will reach out to each one of you saying, hey, I plan on being here that day. And if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. It's just, we'll just do it that way.
But I'd love to get it done because
So,
it was kind of hectic this spring and I
There's a
really
lot.
avoid that.
So, is there anything else that you guys were wanting to know
So
about?
pay profit of $7,000.
So that's the basement
All in all,
window
profit.
project, is that
That's
right,
awesome.
Sam?
Possibly, I mean, we're gonna subtract chemicals and everything else out of that. I'm guessing that you're not in a profit, but it
Kids had-
made some
kids had
money.
fun.
Kids had
But-
fun.
Were the chemicals marked for in the budget, right? That's part of the budget that we have.
Yes.
School chemicals, yeah.
I don't know how that all works. I just made sure to keep track of how much every day we deposited from both the pool house and the concession stand, so I could report that to you. And then I also kept track of how much the concession stand spent on food.
So this is strictly incoming costs once, from opening day.
That's awesome.
Anything done before opening day isn't reflected in this.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So, in that, I maybe should have put the ADA step that I know we did purchase. I think it was
Well,
around 15.
This is all general fund type of.
That
finances.
is,
Human capital. This is not.
right. Right.
So,
Other than that, we spent, $136.27 on a new umbrella.
Nice.
So, and we'll need another one next year. I'm just letting you know. But,
Yeah.
expenses were
Replace it.
really down. To replace a
the
lifeguard.
ones that are starting to.
Yes, and those are lifeguard umbrellas
Okay,
that I'm
I see.
talking about. So, but this kind of gives you a basic, something to go off of, and if I can fill in some numbers in the future, I'll those in for you.
So, yeah, the end of, like I said, the end of season shut down. I mean,
I'll be in touch with you.
yeah, I think you obviously need some help, and I know I'm willing to help what little I can, so. If Angie and Devin can help too, and the guys
Yeah.
are busier, it's even we are. Okay, those doors, the back door that we talked about, what's going on with the back door?
I'll be filling out a purchase requisition,
I mean, I just-
request. It has not been locked.
Okay, but, I think that's important, that's
It is.
safety. Okay, and the floors, we talked about, would like the floors to be recoated, but we're kind of waiting to make sure that the whole house is,
Gonna be up and running next year.
yeah.
I think the electric box should be number one.
The what?
The electrical box should be number one.
And that
And
is
let's
what we've tried to put.
hopefully get that taken care of, and then if we got.
That's in our request.
Yeah,
That was the initial request. That was part of
the electric box, and we've talked, about the possibility of maybe doing some fundraisers to try and raise money that, if we can for the floors.
On the way over
We talked
here,
about-
I went through, Rachel sent me the previous quote for the floors, which was 23,000. Now that is self-leveling, whole 9 yards, so it's resurfacing, that's a great, fantastic way to do it. I don't know if we need that, that is a question that we can talk about, so I think it could be done for closer to 7 to 8, but that would just be an epoxy, that wouldn't be, you're still gonna have the cracks, right? I mean, that's not doing it maybe the way that we should do it, but it would be a lot better than it is now. Now it's just gross.
And then there's also the pie in the sky number with, if you're pulling all the toilets anyways, and they need replaced,
Yeah, because we gotta do that.
we need replacement.
Yep,
Well, I think the goal was to get through this year.
Yep.
Mhm.
Get some numbers, get some, a better idea, get a better budget number, and then really do it right. Because I think we have the support to do this right. Because, I mean, whether we made $7,000 or lost $7,000, I mean, that pool was the focal point. of the
full
summer,
every day.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
And I will say, I rented out with my aunt a few times, and for basically, like, every time we rented out, it was fantastic, the lifeguards were fantastic. The only complaint I ever hear in this place is the same thing, it's the bathrooms. And that's okay, because there's nothing we can do about it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But they still come every day, even though those bathrooms are that bad, it's just part of it, like, they will just bring sandals to go in the bathroom, that's part of it, okay.
Yeah.
But my point is, it is that nice of an amenity that, and I was telling Rachel earlier, if we just put a little money into it, it will just grow even more. And then we're gonna have the opposite problem, we're gonna have too many people. Because a few days, I'll come here and like, man, there's a lot of people there. So, yeah, I think it's an important
We
thing.
do keep track of the number of guests that we have every day. I could give that to you if you guys would like to kind of know how many people were here, but many days we were over 200 people, which is,
Is that basically reflected though in your
it is kind of reflected there.
Yeah.
Well,
pool dollars at $5 per person?
we have
Is
a
that-
lot of people who get passes. I
Right.
did keep a tally of that as well that I can share with you. So,
You got sponsor days too, and so that kind of
We did
changes
have-
things.
A couple sponsor days,
Yeah.
so, which was wonderful. I really appreciate Byerly coming in strong, on that opening day and kicking that event off. So, we had, the clerk treasurer sponsor today as well, so it was good. I look forward to maybe having more days like that.
Real quickly, this is just a cool thing that they did down at Pendleton. They had a water volleyball tourney or something. And I saw I'd throw that out there, I thought that kind of sounded like fun. I don't know anything about any details, but I do, I can find out more if it's.
Yeah.
Does Jackson have any interest in coming back next year? Or?
We have not spoke about
Okay,
any of
didn't
that.
know if he said anything.
Yeah.
Something that maybe because we had the opening day sponsorship and we sent a card, thank you. So I think if we had other sponsors that did it, if we could get a list of them,
Sure.
I think it'd be nice to send a card to all of them as well.
Okay. Thank you for updating us on that.
Appreciate you, Rachel. It wouldn't be where we're at without you.
So what for next year? Like what do you need for next year? Like we talked about another pool cleaner. Something like that, something we need to talk about for just budget issues.
Yeah, I would love to
Yeah.
actually.
That's right, I forgot we ended up.
Vacuum.
Yeah, we're using
Would
hers
be
as mine,
great.
like it just needs to
Yeah.
be something that,
Um,
and at least if we can't get it on, if
Or-
we need to get it on the budget, if we can't get it, it needs to stay on it for the next year, then the next year.
yeah,
So,
if you would give me some time to think about it and put together, I could put
I would
together
appreciate
kind
that,
of
yeah.
a wish list, I'll give it to you at the next
Yeah.
meeting, if that's
Yeah.
all right.
I think
Well,
we
let's
talked
put that
about-
on the agenda for the next meeting.
Yes.
And then maybe we can rank them as far as like with the city and ourselves, and Rachel sees as kind of a priority.
I know you mentioned a new coating for the diving board, I think, that.
I think there's a laundry list on my
Yeah.
line if you want to go down that road. So,
But like you said, the electric box, well, let's get the basement windows and then. the electric box.
all right, that'd be awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, park superintendent, we talked about needing a park superintendent.
Oh, wait,
Come on.
are we not doing pool house basement
We just
windows?
did.
We talked
Oh,
about
we
it as
did.
part of the whole pool.
Oh, it's just a part of the. Well, I
That's
did
why
it
Todd
as
said that was the most important thing, is that electric box, that segued into
The windows.
windows, with the window project.
Because
Which apparently we need,
we were waiting on,
Yeah, you
funding, right, 50.
Yeah, it's
Kind of
still,
like
down.
we're still waiting on
Tax documents, I think. Is that what the W-9
Yes,
is?
it's a tax document.
And that's a part of your 50% down that you're waiting on to get that moving forward.
They need the contractor's tax documents before they'll cut a check.
Oh,
But we turned in our request, I want to say it was almost 3 months ago. And I found out last week, I think, that they were missing a form.
Fair.
All right, I'm all caught up now, sorry.
I did not know that
That was
until
delayed.
1 second ago.
I don't think you were here.
Okay.
yet.
we talked about needing a park superintendent,
Yes.
or director, or whatever.
Parks.
Well, I don't know if it's appropriate time or not.
Right.
I
I didn't know if anybody had any.
I spoke with the mayor and he's agreed to kind of be the liaison to
And
help us.
I'm working on that with Mark County, yes.
Yep.
We haven't come to a complete agreement, but we're getting there.
I just think it's important to have somebody that's kind of in charge of everything. I don't, it seems kind of piecemeal, and that's why I think it's something important to work toward. We may not be able to do it immediately, but
When you say you're working with Mark, what does that mean in the sense of Mark being it or us? I understand that. It's still a question. I just, give me a little bit more. Okay.
It's,
That's
so
not much stuff.
maybe something for budgeting in the future for 2026. We just need to find a way to figure out what we need for superintendent in 2026
Yeah.
and put it into the budget.
Yep, sounds
think
perfect.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of what you're running with, right? I mean,
Yeah, and in the meantime, you know, our mayor's signed up to kind of be liaison to help us through the needs. We identify, hey, you know, this is what we need. Can you help us through this? So
That'd
be
be
there.
fantastic.
And so until we get the other pieces figured out, I think we will
It's a great plan.
Moving forward.
Thank you. Okay, posting park board videos.
They're on the
Oh,
website,
That was fixed as of
Did you
today.
get it up? Okay,
Okay.
so Barrett will continue sharing with me the link.
Okay, so we got it.
And
okay.
you're up.
Now, is that on the,
That's on
On
the
the
city
website.
website. City website.
so like the city website,
That's
is there
in
like a
park.
park tab?
Yes.
And that's where we would find the video.
And correct times.
That's what my next thing is, everything else fixed on there?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is. I'm
because I
sorry.
said-
I had uploaded the new schedule to the calendar and didn't realize that there was a paragraph there. If there's ever anything on the park board website that you need, just send me a text or me a call.
I sent an email
Whatever.
and she was
I didn't know,
real good about
So,
it.
Awesome.
yeah. Happy to take care of it.
Okay, new business, and this can be a future thing, maybe to discuss with Eric Freeman. I think it'd be nice if the parks had their own Facebook page. And I say parks because it's not just Beulah Park, but just to highlight the things that we're doing. I just think it'd be a neat idea, but
Again, if
It's,
you
again,
have
up for
something that you're
discussion.
wanting posted, it just takes a phone call.
Well,
Put
I
together
was,
something and send it off. Sam does have access to,
I was sent a link for access. That link has since expired,
oh, okay.
so I cannot get access.
but that's a city pool. It doesn't say like Parks and Pool or anything like that. It's just.
Could we modify the page to be?
Yeah, we could modify.
I mean, I just think it'd be neat so we can, say, we're doing a fundraiser for whatever, I mean, the dog park or for, the floors or for, we can just get some things out there about our parks and it's,
So it sounds like we just need to send it to you. Is that correct?
Yeah, Rachel signed
Yeah,
herself up for
okay.
that.
well, and Sam will be able,
Well, if I get the pool page functioning on my phone, then I can modify that page to just be for all parks and not necessarily just the pool. And then we can do it all through that.
Something that I would like to ask is, so like, if we're considering like doing some sort of fundraising to raise money for is there anything we need to know? Like, if we were to go forward to that, like, any regulations, things that we need to keep in mind when we're doing something like that?
I'm sure there is.
Oh.
I will
Yeah, well, that's a good question.
I will secure the checklist for you and provide it to you so you know how to move forward.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
okay. The second item under new business is, before I had the kids pick up from practice, she thought John would be here, but he hasn't been. She did say that, what is that they would like to request the use of the Emery Lee on September 13th for our reunion. I'm assuming a family reunion. She and John would like to request that.
I thought it was filled through.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a question to ask
September.
Rachel to see if there is.
Well, I
she's
thought
pulling it up
maybe
right
she'd
now.
already put it on the thing.
Wait.
For
let me
what
get this straight.
day?
So
September 13th.
Caretakers wanting to, is requesting to use this building.
I will let you know that city employees get the use of the Bob Rogers building at no charge once a year.
Is this coming from Cora or?
Uh-huh. Yeah, she sent me a text. So I just, At a different
Just
school.
earlier, there was concern of him walking over here and monitor somebody, or somebody's requesting for him to use it. That's my question. Yeah, so.
I mean,
Is it, I think they're requesting use of it at no charge,
I'm assuming she did, you know, I didn't,
so,
this just came up, like,
I don't have an issue with that. I think the underlying issue is everything okay with them and how are things going? They're not gonna be here today. I'm assuming that. I mean, there's some underlying issues with that. And I think that's where this is arising. Now, that even has an issue with them renting it, that's fine.
they're asking not to rent it.
I don't care if I don't have a problem giving it to him. The problem is where are they and are things okay? That would be my question. I think that's
We're
the
having
issue.
this meeting, he's not able to come, but we're asking him to use the building that he's not able to come to. That's the question, so.
Has anyone talked to them today? That's what we're wanting to know. Has anyone talked to Cora today?
no, I just exchanged texts and my phone. So is the building in use already on the 13th?
No,
Okay.
Does anybody be aware of the new meeting time?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, that was
That's why
that was a
we had
legit
to-
question.
That's why-
Did you
I
answer
know,
that?
that's why we had a
Good
text, that's why we had a
question.
text exchange and that's.
That's something we'll have to talk about.
So the Bob Rogers, because it's not used as much, I'm assuming as the Everly is the one that's available for.
that's
But
just
if
how it was.
if
when
it's
I-
not being used, there should be no issue with them using it, right? I mean, they're across the road. I'll be very frank, his house isn't very well. If it went for a union, so be able to come over here, guys.
I mean,
We can do that.
I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
it, but
I'm not saying it's the
Bring it
best
up for
situation,
discussion.
but yeah, I think it's the best thing to do right now. I think there's another issue we'll talk about. But for that, that's not a problem, right? I mean,
No.
yeah,
No, it's just,
we're gonna approve that.
So your motion?
Yeah, I would like to motion, let them have that on that day, please.
Second.
okay, motion's been made and seconded to allow John and Cora Thompson to use the Emory Lee building on September 14th for the family reunion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Okay. Oh, and the fee. waived. Okay, anybody else have anything that they need to bring up under business?
It would just be, we're gonna need to, at some point, talk with them about John's health and the job around here, and I wanna help them. Again, I wanna get the high school kids in there, like, we can pick up some slack, but I see the future plan, and that hasn't been done yet, and there's, might be a very good reason she's not here, so I will not come to any conclusions. But at the same time, I hope there's communication to why they weren't here, and then maybe a future meeting to just sit down and discuss, like, hey, how can we help? Like, if there's problems, that's not an issue, we all have problems, I understand that. But we wanna help, not hinder, and when we don't get a chance to talk to them, it's hard to help, and it gets frustration, right? I mean, it just does, so.
I
Yeah.
assume John was gonna be
Yeah,
over there.
that's okay. I mean, by the way, it might be a very good reason. We don't know that. But I hope there's a very good reason. I'll put it that way.
I know.
are we on 8? Sorry. On
The end of new business, yeah. So now
We're at the end of new business. I didn't know if
So
anybody
now
else
we
had
go
any
back
other
to
new
board
business that I hadn't gotten written down here. Okay, so yes, we do need to meet with.
So we'll just need to invite them to the next meeting.
Well, they're invited.
There's
every meeting.
We'll like make it a point to say we would like.
I would say if, Kim, if you could maybe reach out just directly, maybe tomorrow, and fill us in of just where things are at if you can, that would probably be the best. But I mean, I don't want to come to any conclusions. I have no clue, but you have a good relationship with them, so that would be nice.
Has Cora talked to you guys about John's health?
I mean, it's not a secret. It's not going great, so I think we're
Every
trying to
time I
help him.
see him, he's just,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's.
he's, sorry.
Yeah.
But
So
every
we're
time I
good.
see him, he does not seem to be.
Yeah.
in good health.
So no, I would appreciate it. Just call Cora, see where, if we can't get maybe an email from her with an update, and then we'll meet with the high school and we can't, see if we can help them get through where we're at.
I mean, I have a list
Go to 6.
I need to make that, I mean, I have a list of responsibilities, just thought of that we could share with the high school
Perfect.
teachers. Okay, the financial reports, did anybody get them to come through?
So I'm gonna request again, if you could just ask her to send them to all of us.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at you, it's just I get them 1 hour before the meeting and I have no chance to go through anything. And I've requested directly to her to send them to all of us and I keep getting ignored because she doesn't like me.
Is there a way to have a Parks Board, an Alexandria Parks Board email address that is a City of Alexandria email?
She has all our emails, we've all asked them to be sent. I don't know how to ask any more
Yes.
directly, can she send them to all of us?
Now, don't we all have, shouldn't we all have an access to the gateway?
Okay.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that
so
would
it's already as
show
simple as it could be.
what our.
Yeah.
emails
Okay.
are. That would
I'll
show the
share
things over.
that email with the clerk treasurer
Okay.
and
So
we
she's
can
gonna
make
have
formal request that those get sent to that email address. And then
like the checks for
Cool.
the checks.
I appreciate that.
I can't,
I kind of assumed that was a thing.
if I can get a hotspot, I can't get on that.
So I did look at kind of the
So are we tabling the financials until we all have time to?
Yeah, I can't, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys can talk about it if you want.
You
I just
guys
have
could
access.
get, nobody
I
could
looked
get a
a
hold
little-
of when I sent.
not the one that was sent, but the one before I went ahead and brought up, looking at the spreadsheets there.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, my curiosity is like, there's the park donations and I was seeing like a positive amount, 3,348.13. And I'm like, is that stuff that is already allocated? Is it stuff we can use? I'm wondering how soon after you get some of this funding, like, can it be used? Is it something that it has to wait until the end of the year? I mean, I'm not,
I have asked all these
I
questions.
mean, if it's a donation, it
But
should have
that's
been
what we-
budgeted for. You think you could just spend it?
I don't know.
got the question,
Oh, I'm
be best
sorry, I
answered
didn't
for you.
That's okay. So like whenever money is coming in, like whenever we're bringing like some of these park donations and stuff, is that something that like has to set in there until the end of the year before you can like use it towards things, or is it not entirely sure? Okay,
That's a Darcy question I do not know the answer to.
okay. I was just seeing some of the looking at some of the reports and stuff and seeing like these positive amounts and stuff, and I'm like, just wondering what we can use.
The same thing with the in-room money from our rental money, like, we can't ask any more. I don't know what else to do. I've begged, I've pleaded, so I'm asking for help.
Well, I think we're putting on a record, Rachel's writing down the questions, we got the mayor here, we can, hopefully get some questions answered that,
No.
so.
Okay.
Well, I'm amazed they're pulling out the new.
It's okay, we can come back to it, because there's, none of
No,
us
I
had
mean,
a
if you
chance to
wanna look
look
at my iPad after the meeting,
No,
I've got
we
it
can,
pulled up.
we can circle around next meeting, it's fine. We don't have anything to really talk about with it.
Yeah, and I pulled up the ones from before, and I'm assuming it's probably gonna be mostly the same each month, because you got your expenses that always have to be paid. I am seeing like some things where we have a little more donation pieces. We got the pieces coming from the pool, we got, just like random expenses, like, the stairs that come up, and so, yeah, I'm gonna take a closer look at it. It's just like
You
kind of other things.
You should.
Yeah, that way I can get better questions formed to figure out all the stuff so we know where we're in line, because we would like to move forward on some stuff, but we feel like our hands are tied this year. So,
And it'd be nice to know, like, the pool made $7,751. I know that's the best we have, because, and by the way, this is awesome.
yeah.
But when I take this to the city hall, it's not gonna mean anything, right? Because it's not real in their eyes. And there isn't the communication and that's not your fault, and that's not the city's fault. It's just, we're trying to figure out a way for next year for this to be real, so we know, hey, you know what? We can put 5,000 back in our pool this year because we made 5,000. I love what everyone's doing. I just want to get it to where when we look at numbers next year, we can make a real budget. That's all we're trying to do. And without the knowledge, we're not able to do that. This is a great start. And I know this isn't real money, but what this is gonna let us do is say, okay, well, let's go back and see what expenses we had tonight on this, and maybe we only made 2,000, but you know what? That's a great start for next year. And it just gives us an idea on how to attack it, and that's what, we're just blind. There's a lot of just blind trust, and in my experience of being in boards and organizations, blind trust is not good trust. Because people change every year, and people just, it gets lost. It's hard.
Okay, and nobody was able to pull those up.
Not the newest one. It just showed as like a little, like, your
Yeah.
alligators and saying image attached, but it's just
I'm
not
sure that we
clickable
can
or
request them
anything.
to send it to us now, that she sent them to you. So that's, we'll just table it, and again, we'll send an email. Devin, could you maybe send an email to her saying, asking her to send it to the board? Just the financials for the board.
I was sent, what Darcy sent to Kim on August 18th, I just sent to all of you.
Okay, so
I may have
can
sent
we,
the wrong
can we
thing
review
again.
it as a board? Shoot any questions to Rachel and Darcy, and the mayor, try to get the questions answered for the next board meeting, and then we can talk about it at the board
Yeah.
meeting and then approve it.
Sounds good.
That sounds
Maybe,
great.
I don't know, just throwing that out there.
Is there a reason we can't get the email sent to the board? Is it a violation?
I will make the formal request
It's-
along with the
That would
email
be the fourth
address.
formal request if you make it one,
Okay,
just so you know. So, because we made
Well-
3.
we'll make,
Yeah, we made 3 months in a row, we requested the whole board.
so,
Okay. But not upset at you at all. Not upset at you at all. I know, I appreciate it.
I mean, that's what was always done in the past. It was sent to Mike, and then Mike could either print it down or send it to us.
I guess right now, we're just kind of in a situation where we've had them for 11 days. And we had it, like, we could have very easily reviewed it for this meeting.
Sorry.
So it's.
Well, and Kim,
it's just-
I'm gonna be very frank, you're not the technology person, we're not asking you to be.
No.
That's what,
I think I'm looking at this again. I
No,
think
you're
maybe
fine.
again, I sent the wrong thing.
not, listen, at one
But
point,
those
like,
PDFs were printed 11 days.
yes,
ago.
we've asked from the
Yeah.
very start, hey, listen, our president isn't very technology, can you send the whole thing? And for some reason, she refuses, and I don't know why. But I do appreciate her sending to you August 8th. I mean,
Yeah.
But that's not what we've asked, and there's a reason we haven't asked that.
Well, and I will say this for the record, we've had some differences on some things, and, trying to move forward, the spirit of moving forward, and the well-being of the city and the work that we're trying to do, all we can do is move forward. It has been exhausting, some of the things that we tried to do, but in the spirit of moving forward, let's try to let bygones be bygones, and move forward, and
No,
make things better. So,
I
that's,
can do that.
Mike did a lot of things that we were unaware of. Let me just put it that way. I don't know.
This is volunteer, is good.
Because he had been doing these things for so long, so. Okay, we do not have a caretaker's report because they are unavailable. Okay, any other announcements or public comments?
Can I make a public comment because I volunteered at the TNO?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
and
kind of on behalf of
yeah,
that.
Okay.
I just want to let everybody know that Turnaway No Longer did their car show here 2 weekends ago. And I volunteer, I'm a regular volunteer for them, but I want to tell you that I registered all cars. I registered 497 cars here. It was amazing. I met 3 different families from 3 different states. There were people from all over the state here. And I heard a lot of the people who had brought their vehicles, how nice it was here. They really enjoyed it. And I know TNL, they made a lot of money for this fundraiser. And it's such a great nonprofit. And I hope they come back and do it again here because it really was a success. And it was a fantastic day. And it was a fantastic fundraiser. And it really turned out well. And I think there was a lot of people here at the park. And it was just a really great day. And this park was really great for that, for all the families. school board turn away no longer. So I just wanted to let you guys,
It's a great organization.
oh my gosh, it is amazing. There were so many little kids here and they gave away over 150 bikes to every kid that came through here. You should have seen the little kids coming out here with their bikes. It was amazing.
I can
It
believe
really
how big the
was.
car show was.
Yeah. So it was a great turnout and it was very much appreciated.
I came through, I had a family thing to go through, and I came through right at the very end when all the cars were leaving, but I still was amazed at how many people were on the grounds. I thought, man, this was a big thing.
Registration didn't start till 9, but we started it at 7:30 because the line of cars that was down the highway. So,
Wow.
yeah.
The Bears seem to
Actually,
go
I
well,
followed some of
right?
those
Yeah.
cars into Anderson.
487. Yeah.
Is there, a way to ensure that maybe they come back next year?
Yeah. Yes. I can take care of that. Yes, absolutely.
The only comment I would have is in their publicity, they kept saying it was at the fairgrounds. So that's another reason I wanted to come, just to see, because I kept thinking, okay, I thought it was gonna be at the park. So they need to.
It was at the fairgrounds as well. Vendors
It
were
was
packed.
everywhere.
I know, but I'm just saying, they also use the park, and I
This
didn't,
is considered fairgrounds.
I know, but I
Give- giving
I
people
didn't know
location.
when they kept saying it was on the fairgrounds, I thought it was back, but when I got here, I'm like, oh man, the car show filled up the park. So, yeah.
People shouldn't have to run around trying to find out what fairgrounds. Yeah, it'd be good to know what ones. that-
Well, I just, it just needs to say Beulah Park and the 4-H fairgrounds, or, I mean, I separate the two, but that's just me. But yeah, I was amazed at how big it was, my gosh. So, out-of-state car show people?
Well, I don't know if they were families, but I met people from out of state. I met Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, Missouri. I don't know if they were family and friends, but yeah.
Wow, neat. Anybody else have anything? Okay. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I was thinking of a motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I was very impressed by Eric. I'm sorry that you missed that, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh,